Okay, ji. Assalamu alaikum, students. Welcome to the AICT lab presentation for Microsoft PowerPoint. And if I open the Microsoft PowerPoint, the presentation topics for section A and C, because I'm dealing with section A and C, the other topics. This file will be available with your CRs. And I have assigned the topics based on the groups already given by your CR. From section A I have, section C is I guess still in the process, but the topics will be the very same over there. Remember, the same topic is being repeated in both sections, section A and section C. For section A, I have given these 17 topics over there, and these will be available on the aict.ng.com.pk/downloads also, and I will also make this available with the CR. The topics are something very simple, and it's actually just like a comparison or basic, a little inroads into how the evolution of one thing. Supposedly, if you just say go on how smartphone cameras use AI to take better photos than professional DSLRs nowadays. You can see iPhone and Samsung. In fact, Samsung's Galaxy S24 is famous for very something zoom pictures of the even the moon or something. If you have seen on social media websites, it's available. iPhone is something very good for a lot amount of night or ISO pictures over there, or nighttime or low light pictures over there. So how they are better than DSLRs, how AI is actually transforming it, because nowadays, if you have seen Galaxy phones or actually a Samsung phones or even an iPhone, they can use AI to actually smudge the background, clear the background, maybe take some person off the picture over there if you are taking a selfie on some crowded place and you only want just your picture over there. So AI is actually making yours. If you want to make the background blur, you want to make the front side in which the focal length is something different. So there's some topics over there. And what I want from you is like something 15 to 20 slides over there. And those 15 to 20 slides will be covering the total area of this one. Like supposedly from Alan Turing to Alexa, key milestones in artificial intelligence. You can have to Google this out, these terms over there. Alexa, I hope so. You have seen the Google Alexa, it's already there. So you have a lot amount of assistance over there. Then supposedly for group two, the topic is from vacuum tubes to 3 nanometer transistors, the journey of computer hardware. The first and or gates or not gates or simple transistors were based on vacuum tubes. If you have to search it on nowadays, I have already told you the transistor size or the lithography uh, machine that is actually etching those transistors inside those silicon wafers is the size of 3 nanometer, which is the Intel 3 nanometer size, or the processors being used by the Apple processors, or maybe the Samsung processors over there. So you have to give a little brief overview in those 15 to 20 slides. So, and I expect you to finish this in the 12 to 15 minutes over there assigned to you. And these are some topics over there, as you can see over there. And for all these topics, these are very simple topics, but you have to actually Google them out, or maybe find some or mine the data from your Google, maybe from your Grok, or maybe from your DeepSeek, or any other search engine you want to use, or maybe any other AI search engine you want to use, maybe Chat GPT or maybe DeepSeek or anywhere. So you can use all these ones over there, and very easily you can find out the data. Now, the point of here is it that the data is of course going to be mined by you, but whenever you are going to make a presentation, you are going to use the Microsoft PowerPoint. So whenever you are going to open a Microsoft PowerPoint, since I'm on a MacBook here in front of you, you have to open this Microsoft PowerPoint, and hope so you have installed Office 2021. And based on that Office 21, when you're going to open that Office 21, of course, in your Windows, if you are on a Windows platform or on a MacBook, just like me, then this will be open in front of you. And the first thing, of course, you are going to make a new presentation. And if you open this new presentation in front of you, you can see the whole nomenclature of this software is exactly the same, just like your Microsoft Word or your Microsoft of the Excel. You can see on the topmost over there, you have the Home tab, you have the Insert tab, you have the Draw tab, the Design tab, and the Transition tab, Animations tab, and the Slideshow. The only three changes inside this software, maybe you can call it the fourth one, that is a record one. If you want to record the presentation, these are the four true tabs. Rest of them, the task or the buttons inside this Home tab, Insert tab, Draw tab, and the Design tab are exactly the very same. Nothing fancy or nothing changed over there. But just to give you a little idea, if you can see in this home tab, if you can see now, since this is a presentation type of a thing where of course the projector is going to be something in the landscape mode, so you're always going to have the slides in this landscape. So by default it gives you the slide, and you can add a title, you can add the subtitle over there. So supposingly, let's say if I have this presentation in front of me, and I want to have the, let's say I want to copy some transitions over there. Let's say I want, well, some will smartphones replace? Let me just copy this topic over there in this presentation. I will go inside this text box. I've copied this from the other software and from my Excel. Okay, I have just copied it, and it is copying that cell over there. So I will just copy this text over there. I should have copied the text over there. So when you do it, first of all, delete this over there. Now, when you have this over there, please kindly adjust your text over there every time. And when you have done this one over there, you have this one and the lower text box over there. Just slide it down by selecting it over there. And now when you have this topic over here in front of you, and in this lower row bottom, you can add the roll numbers who are actually doing it. So if approximately roll number 3, roll number 10, and roll number 11, roll number 12 are doing this topic. So when you're going to do this and you're going to make this again copy, again you can see the cells are being copied over there. So that's why I will have to copy the text over there. And this is again roll number. So I want your first slide has to be having the names, or and of course the roll number. I'm not copying the names at present. You can do that one yourself over there. So I can just put it this slideshow over there like this. So when you have this one, this is the main slide, and this looks a little dull because this is in black and white over there. So what I want from you, will go on the design tab over there, and from here you are going to select a lot amount of options over there. Let's say I click on this one, you can see a lot amount of options. You can even browse for some themes online. But if you want to use something over there, kindly avoid some very dark themes such as this red and orange one or this red one, because they don't look very nice in some professional fields over there. So of course, maybe let's say if I use this green color theme, now you can see over there, as soon as I have clicked it, it has rearranged the text and all that stuff, because this is the heading. So I have to use it in some different color, because this green over green is not looking that legitimate, and it's not viewable. So I will just change the heading, maybe something to like black color, make it a little bit bold, make it a little bit increase in size. Remember, whenever you are increasing in size, always increase the text box as well, then you can actually have it, and it looks nice. And then you have this 3 roll numbers over there. Please do not miss your name somewhere here, also written with this roll number. So I have this slides in front of me, and you have all this. So this is one slide over there. Now when this is the first slide, when this opens in front of you, you have to add a new slide, because that's, I have asked you something, the minimum of 15 slides, the maximum of 20 slides, so whatever data you are going to present over there. So when you're going to click on this one, and you can click a new slide over there, that will just give you ad title and all that based on it. But if I don't want it, let's say I want to just delete that slide, you can right click on this one and delete that slide. But if you want a very different type of a slide, you can just click this arrowhead button, and this will give you a title slide, the title and content slide, a section header, a to content, a comparison, or a simple title, or a content with caption, or something like that. So there are many options available to you of how that text box is. If you are not having any idea, just click on this one, title and content will be there. Let's say, because my topic here is, will smartphones replace laptops? A look at processing power, AI chips, and cloud computing. So here, let's say I want to talk about, first of all, the smartphones. So smartphones uh, are used for, so I want to actually talk about smartphones are used for what. So this will be giving me, sorry about this space over there. And when you've done it, so smartphones are used for what. Now you can add those bullet point. Let's say I want to use a smartphone for a selfie, I want to use it for a social media, I want to use it for some video streaming such as a YouTube over there, or I want to use it for some banking or financial apps over there. So these are any different types you have to. The data is again going to be dependent upon you. How do you search that data? So you can add a lot amount of data. But remember, whenever you are going to do this data being added like this over there, the selfie, the social media, the video streaming, and all that, all of these are in one text box over there. Now, when you are going to add, let's say I want to add it, you have added many different points over there. You want to add a new slide. And now, because this is actually a topic of will smartphones replace laptops? So you need a comparison. Of course, you are going to do a comparison that what smartphones can do and what laptops can't do. So you are going to add a new slide. Let's say you have a two content slide over there, and I add a new content slide. So this is will be like something a smartphone versus laptops. So what they can do and what they can't do, you are going to put this over there. Let's supposingly you need something text box over there. You click on insert, just like your Microsoft Word. If you have done it, you click on this one and you can add. Sorry, on this one, I want to add a new text box over there. Let me just resize this text box first, and I guess I need to add a new text box over there like this. So smartphones over here, smartphones can only. Okay, so this will be something like this. So you arrange this one. Of course, the indentation is something very important. Just increase the size again using the again your legitimacy of your slides becomes depends upon how what colors you are using, what font size you are using, and how you are going to do that animations and transition, on which I'm just going to comment. Now, smartphones can only do, now you can add again bullet points over there, but I want those bullet points to be coming in one by one. So what I want to do it, I will just delete this all and I will again go on the insert tab and put a text box over there. When I put a text box over there, here I'm going to go on over here and put like let's say I want to put bullet, and smartphone can only take a selfie. Of course, laptops cannot take a selfie. That will be something very difficult. Of course, they can take a picture from the front webcam camera, but you can't call it as a selfie over there, because a selfie in which you are holding your hands. Of course, you can take a selfie over there. Then, supposedly, you want to add another bullet point over there. Let's say smartphones can be very easily. Let me just readjust it. I've just copied it. They are portable. Of course, they are portable, can only be portable. So, in this way, you have one line over there. Then you want to add another one. Let's say smartphones can only be let's say smartphones can have the you can have the selfie, you can have the portable something as well, and then maybe smartphones are very good for mm, the video games with mem sensors. If you are using it, supposedly you are playing some Need for Speed or somewhat on this mobile phones over there, so you are going to have those mem sensor, the accelerometer, gyrometer over there. Similarly, so you can add many different points over there which smartphones can do and which laptops can't do over there. Let's say I want to add the laptops can do as well. So let's say I want to add this thing over there. So the laptops can only laptops can only, and I just take off this one as well. I just take this one again and I just put in some over here. So this is something like this. Oh, sorry, I was just taking the wrong one. And oh, sorry, I'm every time actually taking the wrong one. So this is something. So you see, Microsoft PowerPoint is automatically giving me the lines, the grid lines, so that I can align it with my practical. Now, laptops can only if you have like you can have multiple multi-core options, which means that multiple core on multiple core can work on multiple apps over there or multiple applications over there. So it's totally up to you. So you can have many different bullet points for the laptops as well. For and laptops can actually also have the you can have the different hard disks, or you can call it as a secondary storage device can added hard disks can be added externally. In mobile phones it's difficult unless and until you are adding an SD card or something like that. Now you are not adding these bullet points. Now when you're going to present this in front of me or the audience over there, remember one thing, you don't want all this slide to be coming in front of you. Okay? You don't want all these one, two, three, four, and all this, whatever. You can have, of course, you are going to put a lot amount of data here in those 15 to 20 slides over there. Now, when you're going to put this slide in front of me, so of course, you are going to talk about the smartphone first, and then you're going to first of all talk about selfie, tell us a little bit about a selfie, then a portable, how you it's portable because it's going to be just having a weight of smartphones are having a weight of like 170 160 grams, but laptops are are a little heavy, maybe like 1 kilogram plus. So maybe I guess the lowest one is something like 800 900 grams over there. So whenever you're going to do this, we are going to talk about that particular thing. So you want that audience to be glued to it. So for that purpose, you will go on the animations tab, and this is something very important. I need you to do this animations tabs and this transition tabs on the slides over there. So when you are doing this animations tab, if you click on this fly, now you can see this is flying in from the bottom. You click on this portable one, you also call it this is coming flying in, and you click on this one, this is also coming to fly in. Now what this happens over there, you can see 1, 2, 3. This is telling us that when this is going to be, this slide is going to be loaded. Supposedly, let's go on the slideshow and I click on play on from start. Now, when I will click on button, you can see the next slide loads on and all the 4 points are there. I don't want that to happen. When I click on this third slide, it's empty. Okay, these two will also be not be there. So I want a smartphone can only do what I am speaking that in front of you, the audience. I click it. Okay, the first point is selfie. So what happens now? I'm talking about the selfie and telling you, okay, the smartphones are very good. The selfie era is there. The selfie generation is there, and all that stuff. I'm speaking in front of the audience, and when I've completed it, I just click the mouse button and it's portable. So I'm not going to tell about the weight, the smartphones, how they are getting it, the iPhone Air, which is the latest iPhone Air, the 17 Air, which is now having a very, very thin size over there. The size has reduced, the weight has reduced, and something all that. Now, what this makes actually, the audience get glued to what you are speaking, and the transition actually, because the transition makes that audience glued to your screen. And when all the points are already just like this, like supposing, let's say, if you see this second slide over there, all selfie, social media, video streaming, you load the slide, all the 4 points are already in front of you. So audience sees it, and instead of they listening to you, they are actually listening, reading your slides over there. You don't want that. You want a total intuitive interaction with your audience. For that purpose, please remember, you have to use this animations over there. And when you are going to click on this third slide, let's say you have this self pre-portable video games over there, and then afterwards you want to, now you can have many different transitions over there. If you click on this one, you can see the basic transitions are there, then the subtle as well, you can have the expand as well. You can see this can expand as well. There are a lot amount of options over there. Please kindly use every one of them. They're like, we're 50 plus students in the class, so I want every one of you be using a unique one. But remember one thing, on one particular slide, use one transition. Do not use like maybe like something for selfies coming from the down. For portable, you are using a wipe up over there. For this one, you're using different. Now, when I've clicked every time this one, you can see there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because every time clicking it, it's taking a number, a sequence, which means that when I'm going to click a mouse, the selfies, the first thing it will be run, then second, then third, then fourth, and then fifth. So what, how this is working, let's click on this animation pane. Animation pane, just like any video player or something like that, it tells you that the first thing is going to be selfie, next thing is going to be portable, next thing is going to be video games with memes, next thing is going to be the video games with them, next thing is going to be portable. Now you will just want to preview it. Let's say I want to preview it. You can see without the mouse click, you can see what is happening. I don't want that to happen, what I have just done. I wanted the selfie first comes, then I do a mouse click, then I do click it, then the portable comes, then I do a mouse click, then again video games with memes comes. So each one of us is going to have only one. So I don't want this video games with memes. Supposedly I just want to do it, I just can delete it. Similarly, I want to just take out this portable, so only 1, 2, 3 are there. Now there are some options which you can do it over there. The effect options are this, that after animation you don't want to dim it, you want to change the color. Let's say I want to change the, after animation the color changes for the video games with mem. So let's just preview it. Let's see what happens. You can see it goes on and the color changes. Now what this happens, if you're having this animation done, you are actually changing the animation every time and you are doing it, the audience is being glued to, because there is something happening on your screen and you're speaking as well. So they will be glued on. Okay, you're talking about those video games that you can play easily on your smartphones with memes over there. You can even have a sound plate, but of course, we are not going to have a projector with some audio device or some speaker over there. Then next thing, very important, timing is very important, because every time you're going to use a click over there, you can have it with the previous as well, after the previous one, but I will strongly advise you with the click one, because that actually makes it easy, because you are three presenters in each group over there. So one will be presenting, the other one will be handling the computer, which will be connected to the projector over there. So I want it on the click over there. You can even have some delay over there if you want to delay it, because when you click it, supposedly you are speaking, but that delay should be something like 4, 5 seconds, 10 seconds. So you can do that one as well. Similarly, you can have some trigger as well as a part of the click sequence. I will normally go with that way. So you don't need to do anything. Similarly, when this is done over there, let's say I want to add this one. Let's say it comes in spin. You can have this one as well. So this is one way of doing it. So you can see now one, two, three. This comes on to four because of course when all the smartphone points are finished, then you can have the laptop can only work over there. So you can have this fifth one as well. You have a lot amount of options over there. You can have the blinds as well. You can see so many different options available, and I want you to use all of them over there. Supposedly, if I'm talking about this fly in over there, let's say. Let's just say this comes in fly in. So this is coming from the bottom. I don't want this to come from the bottom. I want this to come from the left over there. So you can see now this will be coming from the left. Let's just say preview. I don't know why it's not. Okay, so I have added a new one actually. I want to change a new one. So I will just delete this one. You can see, remember one thing, whenever you're doing it, write it from the left over there. So this is going to come from the left over there. And if I just preview it, you can see it's coming from there. I have given you three or four different types of animations over there, but I will normally advise you to make these transitions only one on like one portion of that page or slide over there, and next one in different slide. So in this way you can add it, and supposedly you are adding some pictures on this one because this is a smartphone versus laptop over there. So you can add a picture over there. Let's say you want to add a picture of a smartphone. Let's say you are adding a smartphone over there. Let's say you are going to add a smartphone. So when you're talking about the smartphones animations, you go on the animations tab and the smartphone comes in. Maybe you can show a Samsung Galaxy S24. You can show a iPhone over there, and you can this can be smartphone. And when you're talking about the laptops, maybe a laptop, a MacBook or MacBook Air can come in inside over there. So pictures can come in. You can add animations over there. Remember, there are a lot amount of options available inside this one as well, inside this one as well, and you can add inside your animations panes a lot over there. Okay, so now when I have this one, I have given you the editing. Now, whenever the slides are loading, this animation tab actually deals with the data which you are actually entering in form of bullets or data. Even a paragraph can be there. So don't worry on that. I'm not asking you that all your data has to be in form of some bullets. It can be some pictures. It can be anything. It can be anything. It can be anything. And I will highly encourage that your slide should have pictures or something like that also, which transition in or which have the animations coming in over there at blinds, at checkerboards, and you have a lot amount of options available. Let's just say let's you have this hard disk can be added over there. Just see this thing shrink turn. You can see what's happening over there. It's having the entry and exit over there. This one is the entry one, this is the exit one over there. So you have the similarly you can have the path animation as well. You can have a lot amount of draw curve as well. If you want to make it that where it comes from which end over there, you can even do that. You can have a basic arc as well. You can have a line as well. So totally up to you. Can see this is coming down. So you can have a lot amount of animations as well. So you can have it. You can see you can click on this one and you can have this animation. Let's say this is coming from this side. So when you're going to preview it, let's say you can see now what is happening, and you have this hard disk can be added. You can see. So you can have a lot amount of animations over there. So it's totally up to you how you are actually going to be adding the animations. But whenever the slides are loading, supposedly you are on the first slide, you are presenting it over there. You want to move on towards the second slide. So how you are going to, for that purpose, you have a transition tab. And this transition tab again works on the mouse click over there. So if you want to go on the second slide over there and you want to have it, let's say you will push it, which means that the first slide will be pushed up and you are going to have it. You can have any different options. Let's say you are pushing it from the bottom. You can push it from the left as well. You can push it from the right as well. Totally up to you. But remember one thing, transitions do not make more than like two different types of transition in your whole 15 to 20 slides. That makes a little bit difficult because the audience wants, they know it. Okay, the first slide has gone to the left. Okay, now the second slide will come from the right, or maybe it will have a reveal or something like that. Let's say you can see it transitions it and the second slide comes it. This becomes more smooth. So the audience knows it that the first slide and the second slide, this transition was this. So they're expecting it that the third slide will be something coming up with same thing, or maybe a little different. Maybe it's coming from the left or coming from the right or something like that. So do not use all of them in your slides. So if you are one group and you are using like something, a push or a wipe or a split or something like that, kindly stick to one or two in your whole slides over there. Do not use all of them. Just like I have talked about the animations tab, the transition tabs are used for slides, which means you are moving from one slide to another. So in this way, you can add a different slide over there, and you can add a fourth slide. You can go back on the home tab, you can click on this new slide, and you can have let's say a picture with a caption. You can have a picture over there. You can add a uh, topic over there. Let's say you're talking about a smartphone which is AI enabled, because iPhone 16 I guess has a AI over there, or Samsung Bixby has an AI over there. And processing power, you can click it. Please, those who are doing this topic, you have to tell us that which processor has which speed over there, and uh, give a data about the flagship processors over there. Remember, for this presentation, half marks are for your data, half marks are for your presentation. How well you are going to get your data from the internet, and how well you are going to present it in form of the animations, in form of transitions and animations over there. So this software is something very easy. The only thing which you have to play with them is your data, which of course you have to mine it out from your search engine, from your Google, or maybe from your AI search engines such as ChatGPT, DeepSeek, or Grok, or anywhere else over there. And then you have to use this design, the transition, and the animations. The remaining ones, the draw tab, of course, because you're not using a trackpad over there, so this is going to be redundant. The only thing which you will be mostly using is the insert tab and the home tab. In the insert tab, you can have the table as well. For those who are doing some topics, something related to, let's say if you are doing some topic, those ones who are giving a topic on that, something like this, the roll number 7, 8, and 16, you are talking from the vacuum tubes to the 3 nanometer transistors, the journey of computer hardware. Then here you have to actually give a little bit of data, where supposedly vacuum tubes were used in which year, and then the next year, and the next, and the next, and you're going to give some pictures as well. And I'll highly recognize those students, those who are going to give presentation, which are going to have some pictures inside them. And of course, those pictures are going to be coming in some transitions, animations over there, so that I need all of them in some tabular data. So when you are going to use it, I will normally like it. Those who are giving a comparison or something, you can put it in form of just like I did it over there. And so pictures are highly, highly recommended in those 15 to 20 slides over there. Minimum you can have a 15 slides. You can even use a word art if you want to add a little different onto this one. Remember one thing, presentations have to be a little picturesque, which means you have to make your audience glued. You can even add charts over there, totally up to you. If you want to go on Excel and you want to add some chart over there, you can even do that one as well. You can even add 3D models just like we did in your Microsoft Office or Microsoft Word actually. And then the design tab, I already told you that you can have the slide size as well change. Normally widescreen is going to be used because we are going to use the projector in the video conferencing room. So of course this widescreen will be used over there. And then the transition, the animations I already told you. The next slide over there is a slideshow over there. It has nothing. It will be actually used when you are going to play these files inside the audience and inside the class over there. You're just going to click on play from start, and you have the first slide in front of you. If I click it, and now you can see the second slide loads up, because I've not added any transitions over there, or sorry, the animations inside this one. So all four are here directly in front of it. Practically, it should be when I click it, selfie should be there. When I click it, social media should be there. When I click it, video streaming, and so on. You can go on to repeat this one. And I can do it because I have not added any animation or three transitions over there. The next slide directly loads up. And now smartphone can only selfie. And you have the portable, you have the video games with MEMS, and then the multi-core can work because multi-core was already there. So you have to arrange the sequences over there. Similarly, when you're talking about a smartphone, a picture can come in from here, and that picture can stay. And then you can make that picture go away when you're talking about the laptops as well. So you have to add this animation. So I want you to play with this animations and transitions a lot. And of course, when all these slides are there at the last end, you have to please write down from wherever you have got this data. If you have got it from some research paper, you have got it from some search engine, some link, some website link. So I need references slide at the very end, and this slide should be extra from whatever your data is going to be there. So you have to give me this 15 to 20 slides. For section A, I've made this date a little now far because I want those slides to be very something very good. Maybe on Monday we will have all these 17 groups over there. They have to present this data for all these ones over there. Kindly search your data. Your mining of the data is something very, very important, and some of the topics are very, very competitive, supposedly just like this ray tracing and mobile gaming. Those who are very good in mobile gaming, I don't know this Ammar Riaz, Mr. Zulf Kifil and all others ones are going to be very good at all this. So you have to get a lot amount of data on this one, and you have to present that data in some slides form. Similarly, you have to compare the Apple A series chip, A1, A2, A3, A5. Nowadays, Apple iPhone is using, I guess, A9 or A10, I guess. So you have to compare it with the Google Tensor chips and how they are beating the traditional CPUs of Intel Core i3, i5, i7, because the 14th generation at present is doing. Then a topic is there, a smartphone as the remote control of the AI powered smart home. So nowadays there are many, many apps on which you can control your air conditioner, you can control your fan, you can control your light, maybe you can control your heating structure or something like that. So you have a lot amount of topics, and I have given the topics very, very broad. So kindly try to get this data and then arrange them in some presentation form over there using your animations, transitions, and design on your slides over there. So this is just from the presenter and the playing from the start. You can just going to click on it and the presentation starts over there. You can come out of this full screen view after pressing the escape button on your keyboard. So this is the slideshow. The record tab is not going to be used for you, because if you want to record your presentation over there when you are speaking over there, of course, with your mic as well, since I'm speaking at present from another software, not from this presentation point of view. So you can slide it from the beginning, you can record it from the beginning, or you can record it from the current slide as well. But that's not important. The review tab is just for the comments, if you want to do it some comment, because of course you are not going to be getting a review from me on your slides. You're directly going to present it in here in the class, in front of the audience and in front of the class. So I don't need for this one, but this is exactly just like the same. You have done a commenting in your Microsoft Word. If you want to comment some paragraph or something and you have made some slides, you have sent it to your boss or something, and they have to comment it, okay, just change the animation, just change the font size and all that stuff over there. So this can be done over there. Practically, Microsoft PowerPoint is just these two, three slides over there, two, three tabs over there, the animations tab, the transitions tabs, and the design tabs over there. The remaining ones are exactly the very same. You can add shapes over there. Remember one thing, whenever you are putting all this selfie portable and all that, please remember that all these three should be in one straight line. And for that purpose, kindly use this arrange over there, the align left, align right, align center. So all the data is aligned. I don't need something like this, that this is a little away from it and they are not aligned together. So proper indentation and proper representation of data with pictures coming in from the left or right, and they are not obscuring the data. The text is legitimate, and you should not be using a size of something like 18. 18 is going to be something very, very small, and I will highly recommend something like 20 or 24. 20 is, I guess, still legitimate, and I guess on the projector size for the whole class, this will be viewable. So this is all from the PowerPoint point of view. I hope you have got this, what I'm actually trying to tell over there. Kindly play with this transition animation tab, and this file is available on aict.ng.com/downloads. For section A, for section C will be available by tomorrow. For section C, the date will be announced later on. For section A, it will be on Monday next over there. That will be approximately, I guess, 8th of December. And hopefully we will start a little early at 12:30, so accommodate all these 17 groups on Monday, on special request of your CR. So I've done it. For section C, I will announce the date maybe on Tuesday or Wednesday, so that on Thursday on your official lab we can do something related to HTML and start for the next 6 weeks. We can do some HTML, SQL, and all that stuff. That will be all for this one, and I hope and best of luck for your presentations. Thank you.